What's up, guys? Max here from slurv.com to bring you GPP options for stacking for this Wednesday split slate. So in the morning we have 5 games and then there's 10 more at night. The early slate is way more difficult to figure out due to the fact that we have 3 really good high-priced pitchers and cores in play. So I am not sure how much of that I will be playing as, I always chase the big price pools, and there are not that many for the early slate. Of course, I will still give you some options if you choose to go the route of playing the early slate. At night, we have a much more interesting slate, in my opinion. And also, we have to make our U.S. Open lineups for golf tonight. So don't forget to turn into Slurv, as they have some awesome experts that will give you an edge in winning, hopefully, $1 million. Okay, so let's jump into the afternoon slate first. So obviously we have Coors, and Coors bats can go off at any time, as they showed you yesterday. Ownership should also be lower than expected due to the fact that I think everybody's going to want to roster at least one of the really high-priced pitchers. I like the Yankee bats here a little bit more, as Nova does have a nice ground ball rate that could keep him out of a ton of trouble. But of course, Rockies are still firmly in play. The other spots to look for bats are the Padres, that I feel like will go unowned due to the fact that they're priced up, versus Nicolino and his left-hand pitching, low strikeout ways. This is exactly the type of spot that I love the Padres, where they're facing a left-hander who does not strike out anyone. You can also take some cheap Dodger hitters versus Corbin, but I would not go too crazy here as he dominates left-handers, so stack here does not make sense to me unless you just stack up all the righties on the Dodgers. There's also some lefties in San Francisco that could definitely get to Nelson as he struggles against left-handed bats. So if you want to sprinkle those in, I don't blame you either. Okay, so let's jump into the late slate. Although I don't think we're going to have another shootout in Atlanta like we did a couple days ago, I do think there are some really nice high upside options on both sides here. On the Atlanta side, I like Smith and Freeman versus Descalfini, and from the Reds, I really like Votto, Bruce, and Duvall. I think they all have really good upside in this matchup, so I think if you want to stack all 5 of those, it would be difficult because Votto and Freeman both play first. So I think I would probably go Freeman over Votto here, take the 4, and then mix in 4 other guys from another team, which should give you a really good upside team. If you can find the right pitching, you should be in a good spot. Anyhow, let's talk about Seattle. Smiley has had an insane career fly ball rate, and it has gotten even higher this year. But he does also have a really high home run to fly ball percentage this year that should really go down. But I do think that we can still target him with my favorite lefty crusher, Dae-Ho Lee. The guy is just insane versus left-handed pitching. And lately, he's actually been given the opportunity to face right-handed pitching, and he doesn't get pitch hit for as much as he used to when the left-hander comes out. So I like him. I also like Franklin Gutierrez, always against left-handers also. But I do want to caution you that he does get pinch hit for once the left-hander comes out, most of the time. If Detroit was cheaper, I would have loved this to be a good contrarian spot against Sale. But they're still priced up for whatever reason on DraftKings. So I really just don't see any point in going there other than maybe taking a few shots at a high upside bat like Kinsler or Martinez, but you are going to have to pay for them. Let's see. I think, yes, Cleveland let us down yesterday a ton. I was all over them against Chris Young, and really only Santana did well. So today I think I go right back to the well against Kennedy, another fly ball pitcher. who should struggle against these Cleveland lefties. Excuse me. I think instead of getting a full stack here, you should take like either Santana, Kipnis, Lindor, or maybe go like Chisenhall, Nyquin, and Santana, something like that. But you basically have 5 bats that you can pick and choose from, and play them in any way you choose. They could all bomb today. Last but not least, we have 2 of my favorite games for offense, and they come on the West Coast in environments that people don't really generally consider offense to come from. I think Oakland will be really popular today against Holland for the sole fact that we don't have a Coors to contend with. Although Coors was really low owned yesterday, it was a really weird day as far as ownership. I do still think that Toronto and the Red Sox are going to be the highest owned stacks, and I am going to avoid those for various reasons that I'm sure we will go deeper into on our expert chat later today. So I think we can definitely target some Oakland bats here. Semi and Valencia, Davis and Fegley are all in play versus Holland, who I think has like a 12% strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching. That's not good. As far as Texas, I think we can also take some Texas bats here. Sonny Gray is much better priced than he used to be when he was over 10K, as I think the fantasy sites have finally realized that he's just not that great. He does limit damage, so I wouldn't go crazy on a Texas stack here, but I definitely do think they have some bats that we can take. Guys like Odor, Mazzara, Shin-Soo Choo at the top of the order. I think they're all interesting. On the other late game, I really like the Twins versus Santiago. Nunez, Grossman, Plouffe, and Dozier all crush left-handed pitching during their career, and Santiago is a not very good left-handed pitcher. So I would love to take some and or all of these guys in my lineups today. On the other side, I don't know if I need to mention this, but obviously Trout is always in play, so go ahead and roster him if that is the way you want to go. I guess after listening to all of this, you guys are kind of realizing I don't like many full stacks today. This has happened a couple times over the last couple days where I've gone with like a 3-2-3 approach or 4-2-2 approach, that kind of thing, where I kind of like mini stacks more than I like full stacks. So I think that's another one of those days today. Anyway, as always, on days where we have an expert chat, you're going to have a much better chance of winning all of the monies if you tune in, as we usually go really in depth in our comments on games during the expert chat. So tune in at 5 o'clock Eastern and find out all the good nuggets. All right, good luck in your games, and hopefully I will see you later tonight.